pain and frustration wash away. Say you love and you need. I beg to differ, you're exhausted again. Open your eyes and you'll see. Visions will never exceed. You need somewhere to go. Lord only knows that it's far from my home. Wherever you roam, don't act like I never cared. But you pushed too far. Now I can't hang on to you anymore. Quit acting like you're losing life you have lived before. No seconds pass without you up my ass. You can blame yourself. I can't hold on anymore. Anything that I ever said, I'll remember, and I meant everything that you ever did. I'll do my best to forget. Please just let me move on, 'cause I'm over it. I don't need you to forgive me. I didn't do anything wrong. It's not my fault you feel empty. Maybe that's how you belong. Don't act like I never cared. You pushed too far. Now I can't hang on to you anymore. Quit acting like you're losing life you have lived before. No seconds pass without you up my ass. You can blame yourself. I can't hold on anymore. You pushed too far. Now I can't hang on to you anymore. Quit acting like you're losing life you have lived before. No seconds pass without you up my ass. You can blame yourself. I can't hold on anymore.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to FSB Racing Friday night. Winston Cup action. I'm your host, Sean Reap, with my partner, Milt Minter Jr. Good to see you again, Milty. And we are coming to you from the late, great Texas World Speedway. Great little 2-mile track, very similar to California and Michigan, but man, it feels a lot faster. As you see these guys making final pit stop practices there. You got Greg Palmer in the butt paste machine. Nick Walters back this season. with his Cessna colors. He'll be Twizzlers probably next week. Sorry, Nick. I finished the car but didn't do a crew. I'll get it to you this week. Look for new colors on that car next
Scheisse.
week. Yeah, I've been busy. I've had a lot of car painting
Busy.
time. There's Tom Jackson out there practicing. We got some returning. There we go. There's a big name returning tonight. The Highwayman. He's been absent, but he's here tonight in the 40 car. Looks like he's starting P5, P6 on the grid. Let's get that starting grid up there, actually. And you see Johnny Doucette. Johnny Doucette on the pole.
5 fingers on the pole. You think with the new
That sounds
13,
that. Hey, don't talk about
it's,
5 fingers on the pole. This is a family show.
5 fingers. He's got 5 fingers. What is that? You know.
Dave Jandry
that
outside
means you
front
can
row.
take 5 fingers and put them into a fist and hit you with them.
The 5-finger death punch. Dave Jandry. Good to see Doris. Mama Gately cheering on Slim tonight.
Good thing we don't practice this stuff, huh?
No, we
This
all
happens.
completely off the cuff. If I had a script,
Doris.
Milty wouldn't. If we had a script, Milty wouldn't read it anyway. You all know that's
Heck
true.
no.
Yeah, Slim Jim starting 22nd tonight. He's choosing to start in the back, which not a bad strategy. A track like this. Like I said, big, fast, draft dependent. Even though it's not truly a super speedway. You got
There's
Thor
a
Dog.
dog.
The dog cheering on his.
Yeah, we had like a 2-hour conversation before this while I was swilling beers, and we were talking. We hadn't talked in a long time, so dog in the house tonight.
Little celebratory jump there to finish off happy hour for Johnny Doucette. So Dog's got 59. He's picking Ryan Johnson. It's always a sound choice there.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
was
know
giving
who we
us
got
some
jinx
guff
tonight.
on the text channel there too.
Give you some guff.
You know, you haven't had any good results. He was telling me. I'm going to give him some crap here about you know, getting your act together. You know, which I would never say that, but dog could say that. You know.
Well, who are you jinxing tonight then?
You know, dude. Okay, I'm gonna go with the 63 car of Jammin' J, man.
Jammin' J. He's been hot lately. He's been hot like Hansel.
Gotta get one of these, man. This is a great opportunity without some of the
Drivers,
you know, it's still a great field here, great pro field, but a couple of guys out the mix here, and he just needs a break, man. You know, he's got the skills. So I'm going with the 63 of Jason Dolphin.
I'm going to take the 40 from the couch to victory lane. I was talking a little bit with Christofferson. There you see is the number 40 Western Auto Machine. Jim Christofferson back, multiple-time champion here at FSB, and took a little time off. Was taking care of his parents for first couple of weeks there, he said, and he's back, and you know he's hungry. And you know he's fast, and he's up front. I think he's got a good chance tonight.
Well, when you talk about a league that's been around for 19 years, and that means people go through stuff in life, and like we all do, and we try to suit up and show up when we can because this is our passion, our pleasure, and it's great to see dude back, man.
Bob Williams looking good there inside second row in the number 57 Cole Trickle style mellow yellow colors, although I always think of it as Kyle Petty too. Got it on Thunderbird here in the game. Good to see Jeff Havoc back too, right behind the Highwayman on the high side there. Rick Castle feeling much better now after a bout of COVID. Good to see him still on the track. He didn't miss a race actually from that, so he toughed it out as the pace car is off.
Pace car is off.
And we are about to go green.
Welcome
here
to
at
Texas, baby.
Texas World
Let's go. Green, green, green.
Milty, you clicked to show your desktop again.
Somehow, yeah, I did that.
90 looks to settle into the lead here with a little help from Bob Williams. Ooh, dicey merge there from the 51, but he was clear, just barely. We've got ourselves a clean first lap.
Couple big dogs in the back here right now.
That's just where I turned the focus to. Slim Jim, his teammate Mark DeRocket DeSenza, Jeff Hale, and those three are hooked up. That might have been the game plan all along. And, last night I had to take on DeRocket and Hale together at Charlotte, and it was a fuel mileage race. We all saved enough, but just couldn't deal with the two of them. They got me there. I got third, but it was a good race. 3 green flag stops in that one, I believe. So they're looking for a repeat tonight, and they to keep that teamwork going.
Okay, they're starting to carve up a little bit here.
And you see lots of different lines work around this track. Like I said, it's a similar feel to California and Michigan, but just a little bit more forgiving, a little bit wider open, a lot less tire wear.
Hey, look, if I'm the 13 right now and I'm the lead, you got to think about those guys in the back there. Long way to go here. You got the pole. Got to work this thing and keep it under control, and it's very hard when you're in the lead. Maybe he's got great experience, but in this league, let's see how he figures it out. 57 to Bob Williams too. They're not used to being right up in front at the start. We got a couple of guys here that are aching to get a win here.
I forget Bob Williams in the 57 and Johnny Doucette. Johnny Doucette there in the 13 and Bob Williams 57. Those two are teammates with Synergy Motorsports. And then Jason Dolfer is also their teammate.
We're talking right now. We can't get crazy here, We have to think about those guys in the back here and the guys in the middle here. It's still smoke and mirrors, though, if you get, P1 and P2 in this league, in any of these tracks. That's not, just doesn't happen by accident. So, but now you got to work race trend here. Okay, so you ran this race Tuesday or what? Not hearing you, Sean. Got a copy?
Yeah, I'm just hitting the wrong pedal. Yeah, we ran this Tuesday in the Chicken Run and Thursday prior in the Truck Series.
Tell me about the setup and what do you think, your tire wear and fuel window is?
Tire wear is almost nothing. And your window is about 20 to 24 laps.
Well, I like that. That's old school back before we even had setups. Just go as fast as you can. But I don't know, I'm seeing those, Slim Jim and them guys in the back there. They're not thinking that, or they would have qualified up front, or tried to.
Yeah, I think they just wanted to get hooked up, and they wanted to try and avoid any early carnage.
So many times after the races, talking to Bob Williams, I just love listening to him with that drawl, he's got just great, almost like, puts me to, in a call, just the way he talks, he just got that, man, no, I'm working on this, and I will get to the front, and I believe him, and I'm seeing it now. Here, a long way to go here, but this guy is very much wants to do well here, and is willing to pay the price and work and learn and see. He ain't gonna run from a fight. I guarantee you that. At 51, you know who that guy is.
Yeah, you see the cars snaking down the backstretch there.
He's like top 5 every time he shows up. These guys want to win on Friday night. It's so hard to do. I think I got one. I got 215 wins in this league or something like that. Somewhere around there. And I think I got 1 or 2 on Friday, and they were road courses, but which, I'm pretty good at, but other than that, if I even, I can't even remember, it's so long ago. They hard. I got Dolphin here. What he needs to do is doing exactly what he does. He knows what's up.
And Milt, your desktop is still showing on Skype.
Well, how do I fix that?
You just switch to camera. Or stop sharing, whatever the icon shows you. There you go. And we're on board on the right side there with Mark to Rocket DeCenza as he tries to work the high side there with Jeff Hale.
Well,
Bob Williams gets shuffled out of line. Bob Williams gets shuffled up out of line there. He's going to get passed by Dave Jandry and Chris Beckman, but led in by his teammate there, Jason Dulfer in the 63. 3 wide down the front stretch here, going into turn 1. Tom Jackson is the meat in the sandwich, and Jeff Hale wisely backs out.
Whoa, 4 wide.
He gave him room. He anticipated that push there from the 87.
5 wide. 4 wide.
Look at them down the backstretch.
Really sketchy back there. Christopherson, the 40 car, what do we always say about this guy? He's a badass. His Achilles heel has been his connection.
Achilles heel has always been his connection. He doesn't beat himself. Usually gets... Oh, we got a crash in the front stretch. 3 cars, 4 cars. Caution should be out, and I believe Slim Jim was in that. Looks like Tom Jackson and Jeff Habak as well.
That's exactly what they wanted to avoid, and you can't predict this stuff, and cars are slowing down here. Let's take a look.
Heavy rear end damage to the 23. Looks like some right side damage to the 101. Let's get this backed up and find out what happened here on lap 14 of 80.
Yeah, 23 car severely beaten.
There we go. It seems to be centered around 101 comes up a little bit into 87, and it's on from there. 86, also a teammate of Slim Jim. Here comes Brad Otto.
Who was that spinning like a top right there?
Brad Otto caught Jeff Habak there.
That was the Marine there spinning like, good thing he's a Marine, because I might have blown chunks right there.
Jeff was Army.
But either way, Army had to blow chunks too.
Yeah. And here is what Brad saw rolling up. Smoke, smoke, smoke. Jeff.
Oh, that was the 101 spinning like a top. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I'm watching it live. Okay, yeah, the 101 got into the 87. and the 23 was down low. The 86 DJ Sorrentino had nowhere to
Yeah,
go.
DJ,
Brad
absolutely innocent
Otto just
bystander.
plummeted. That was Marines versus Army right there, and nobody won that one, which you would expect. But
Yeah.
terrible
So
for
when
Brad Otto.
we say nowhere to go,
Terrible.
here we go on board with the
Well,
86 car of DJ Sorrentino. This is what we
there
mean.
we go.
This is a classic example of a driver who just could not possibly do anything else. Track completely blocked, nowhere he could possibly go. Tough break there for DJ. Sometimes if you're quick enough, you can do something, you can avoid it, and
You
other
got
times
one
you just
move,
can't.
maybe, if you're lucky. You got one jerk of the wheel, or hit the brakes, or not hit the brakes. Cars down pit road. What are we doing? 2 tires for some cars or 4 tires?
I think you want to take all 4. Because if you don't, and then it goes green all the way to the next run, then you're gonna put 36 laps on those tires, on those left side tires. No thanks.
Great
Yeah, it was a
job
good-
for Bob Williams here.
Good amount of usage on both sides.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
lost some spots here a little bit, but
Not to mention they were taking
this
at
is
least a
what
can
he's
and a half of
looking
fuel.
for here. Try to get in the top 5. Trying to, show you what I got, man. I mean, we talked about this like after the races and how he's working towards this.
Bob's got himself a pretty sweet new setup too. You check it out in the forum there, Milty.
Well,
Built a nice
rigs
comfy seat,
make a
inverted the
difference.
pedals.
Dudes and chicks like rigs, when they get to drive them. Mine is pretty humble, but, like an old tile setter told me, it's not the saw, it's the saw-e.
Yeah, but as long as the saw-e is comfortable with that particular tool and you can do good things with it, and that's made a difference for me this season too.
This is professional sim racing, and in our Donkey Bob team, you would not believe the rigs and the virtual reality stuff and all the stuff these guys have. I'm still about, at least last time I drove, which my leg is messed up, but I'm still about like in the middle of our team, so I take that as like I can still roll, but with my
Heck yeah,
OP
Milty.
rig here, my single screen and my old G27, I can still get it done. So,
Danny Falcon's got
you
a
watch
sweet
like
one.
Timmy Hill, who's running in NASCAR. He runs iRacing, and he runs like a smaller screen than I do.
Yeah, he beat their asses with in the
Absolutely. So,
eNASCAR series during the beginning of the lockdown there. He beat all the big boys with like a
you watched that. You
G25.
watched it.
Yeah, he had like a G25 strapped down to a Office Max desk
Just
and like
just
a
little,
24-inch monitor.
However, you've upgraded. So
I've
tell us
upgraded.
about your rig a little bit, because
Well,
I see some pictures. That stuff is very impressive.
He parked a
Yeah.
PT Cruiser in his front.
And
I
you can't
basically,
deny
yeah.
that stuff doesn't help.
Oh, it is like I was saying, just not having to set it up every night for one thing is saving a lot of wear and tear on the shoulders, because that wheel is heavy. That ECCI wheel weighs a ton. But yeah, I got a GT Omega Art cockpit is the model, ART, and it's a pretty simple frame. And I just got my own junkyard seat, which came from a PT Cruiser, of all cars. And the best feature of that is that it has an armrest on the right side, so it helps me get in and out of it. And yeah, just bolt the wheel, permanently, clamp the wheel and the pedals and the shifter down to it, not have to worry about setting it up, breaking it down. The secondary computer that you're getting camera 2 out of right here, that's my racing computer, and I just switch which monitor it's going to every night, for our Friday versus the rest of the nights, and yeah, so I keep the dual purpose that I already had, but I get to race on camera 2's PC. And most importantly, and this came in handy last night at Charlotte, I made sure that I kept a fan within arm's reach. because I wasn't the only one. We were sweating at the end of that race. Charlotte is a long night.
Got my Gatorade right here.
Hey, Chris Beckman checking
Absolutely.
in.
Yeah. What's up, brother? How's the car?
Yeah, good. It's early. This is a long race. You got to be patient here.
And we had a little kerfluffle at the back there. So you just missed the first pit window there. That makes the math kind of interesting for the rest of the way here.
Yep, 10-4.
See what kind of strategies unfold from that. Pace car is off. And Johnny Doucette holds serve and will take us back to green here on lap 18.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit here with Greg Palmer in car a little bit. P10, P9 now, crossing the line here. What does Greg want to do here? You want to stay with this group. You have to be dependent on the fact that these guys get good restarts in front of you, because that could hose you. So, the farther back you get, the LA freeway effect can happen.
Jim Christopherson, being the California boy, is well familiar with that. And he's up on the high side, getting hung out to dry there, it looks like.
Palmer, Jason, the Jack Daniels car, 124 of Rick Castle.
Yeah, Dog correctly points out that yes, the PT Cruiser also has the advantage of me keeping it in the Mopar family. I'm not gonna say that wasn't at least a little bit of a factor.
Yeah, Dog got a win in another league here that I'm gonna have to look. He sent me a YouTube video. I haven't had a chance to look at it. But great job for Dog there. He's still kicking it, doing a lot of, as we go green here, we'll talk more.
We're settling in here, and you see
White
guys
Castle
working high, working low.
The back of the 59 here, which 59 Dog's pick here. 59 stepping it up a little bit. He's kind of been in the weeds.
Yeah, he's not having the best of seasons.
He's got to do stuff too, but got Isaac with, graduating from engineering college. I don't know exactly, so he got a lot of stuff on his plate, but he got a race right now here. Let's see what the good guy do. 3 wide. In car with the 124 following. Oh, the 59 goes a little bit wide. They're going to push the 40 out there, the highwayman, a little bit. He's trying to get back in. Whoa, he gets right in front of Rick Castle there. Good move, though. He saw it. There was plenty of room. Spotter calling it. Guys are getting in-game spotter and team spotter and their own skills here. So, well, here comes the 3 on the outside of Rick Castle from nowhere. Brian drove it in like he stole it. It passes 2 cars right there. Wow. Mark DeSenza, that's vintage Mark DeSenza right there. Remember me, son? I'm the 3 car. Here we go. The intensity with this in car here is crazy.
Now he's out on the outside there, but he's looking to pick up Jeff Hale.
Still nose to tail right here. Now Castle's taking a look at the 40. He's going to get him. 40 just can't get a break here. He can't get down low. He gets,
Ooh, little
nudged
door
out.
slapper there. The 3 and the 124 traded some paint there going into turn 1, but everybody holds on.
Well, and that's what you got to do. Now that 40 gets behind him, you got to win some, you got to lose some. Now the 3 trying to make an outside in here, but the 3 is really working that outside line. See what Rick Castle can do here.
3 is back to the inside line. I think he might be behind.
I am.
Let's see Billy Arbro checking in.
Bill, what's up, brother? Now it's spread out a little bit here. Now we're nose to tail. I just love
Ryan.
watching in-car, dude. I can watch it all. I watch everything from when my dad used to race to now, and love that in-car feeling. The Castle, seeing the situation in front of him, trying to think about what do I need to do to beat these guys, okay? He gets off it a little bit there and works the 3 car and a
3
great
goes
pass.
way high. I
That's
think
good racecraft right there by the 124 Rick Castle.
something's going on with the Senza. It's dropping way back there.
Here comes Greg Palmer in the 22. You're really starting to work the 124 here. Got some good runs to get up to him now.
And he has to feel confident having his wingman back. And the 40 of Jim Christopherson with him, because those 2 hook up and work very well together on Speedway and Super Speedway tracks.
Well, that's half the wins I've got in this league was because I had more than half. Most of them is because I had teammates that were always in my ear and always either helping me or, physically or mentally.
Well, I can't tell you how many times Mark Dillon Jr., Nick Fleck, Dan Jones, and my Pony Express guys, and Tom Jackson more recently, have been able to help me hang on to some of these, especially at the bigger, faster tracks and the super speedways.
Yeah,
It's
not
hard to
always
do by
about
yourself.
What they're doing is about what they're seeing and what they can help you do. It's getting jiggy up here.
Ooh. That was close there with the Highwayman and Hale.
Obviously, in the lead, you're not going to get away here, and you can see how this is going to come down to execution.
Someone's spinning off of turn 4. Do we
As
have
usual.
caution? We have no caution. You do have caution. Yes, caution on the Speedway. Car around in turn 4. Oh, it appears to have been... Wait, what happened? Okay, something weird happened here. Somehow I missed Christopherson getting involved in that. Oh no! Oh, we had such good luck with our picks that I didn't think about the jinx. But I did it. I jinxed Christopherson in his first race back in a while. He just plain blew up.
He just blew up right there. He just blew up. Oh my gosh.
It straight up detonated there off turn 4 and spun to the inside. The oil on the track and clean up Clean up on aisle 4 there. Or aisle
Once
40,
was
I
off the
guess.
hot dog, and man, I mean, that's racing.
Yeah, those random mechanical failures are easily the most frustrating thing.
Well, the thing is the game has sim has random failures, but I've been around a lot of real racing, and I saw
I don't
some
know where
real
Johnny's this one.
failures. So I see my dad get wrecked on the pace lap for the 6 hours of. Or, no, actually, it was the. I can't remember. He was in a Alfa Romeo T33, and he got wrecked on the warm up lap. So,
Like Johnny Doucette as the leader there had a
bam! I mean,
little
that's it.
connection
And
hiccup
all
there
that
and had to
work you
catch back
do,
up to the
you're done.
field.
That's it. You gotta get there. You gotta, How about that 13? Come on, son. Can you not root for this guy right now?
So did you
It's
hear of any of what we're
amazing
talking
when you
about?
get a guy that gets a chance to be in that P1 spot. Come on, son. Come on, team. What you can do, give me a chance, man. I talk about this all the time about how good these guys are. And then you see guys like Watkins and Rick Johnson. You see Ken Shea. These guys are just a little bit better, but tonight could be your night.
I see a lot of two-tire stops
And
there.
that's the way racing is. My dad raced for 50 years, and he's up for the Hall of Fame of motorsports, but he didn't make it this year, unfortunately. But he raced for 50 years, and he got
Those are
wins,
four-tire
and
stops.
got a lot of seconds, and he got a lot of DNFs. Racing is hard. That's what you want.
Well, this restart's going to take us to just a little before
If
halfway.
you guys don't show up like fired up, this is what they look to all week. They got real life, all their stuff as the pace. Wait, no, that was the pace car.
That's Tom Jackson.
Tom Jackson. This
Tom
is their
stayed out to get himself a
time
Dave
to
Marcus point.
shine and just live the life right here, man. Life is short. Life is fleeting, man.
Tough break there for Jim in his Friday night return.
It's nice to see the 40 car back.
Good to see him back. Just tough break there, and wouldn't you know it, I picked him, and he blew up.
Don't tell anybody
you
that.
know, I've
You
been
wouldn't.
there where you haven't been able to get online for a while, and then you get a shot,
Like that.
get back on, and you're competitive.
Listen,
That's
we've been
good
doing all
enough,
right.
man.
We
I
hadn't
mean,
been jinxing people.
He will take that as I'm just glad to be back on the track. I'm sure.
I suppose you're going to tell me Milt picked me.
Who did Milt take? Milt took
Sure,
Jam
why
and
not?
Jay.
I picked this 63 car, bro, so I didn't jinx it.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Jason's been running really good lately.
Well, he needs a freaking break. I mean,
Yeah, it really
a
does.
top 5 car all the time. He's just right there. I mean, this guy's got to get a win here eventually. I mean,
Well, last
pro
night.
sim racing, so it's not easy as the pace
Well,
car
that's-
goes.
No,
No,
that's not the
that's
pace
not
car.
the
It's
pace
Johnny
car.
Doucette topping off. Johnny's topping
Man,
off because he wants
that's all for
because he
two for
wants
me.
because he wants to try and make it in one stop from here. Looks like he's gonna try and top off.
He only one that took that one.
The only one who went for it is the
I'm not
lights.
smelling that. My
And it's
sniffy
pretty tough to
nose,
pass here.
I don't
Maybe-
smell too good, but I'm not smelling. There's not going to be another caution.
I
I could be wrong. I think track
Disclaimer.
position is huge here. You got to take it.
Yep, and we're showing 25 projected laps. That'll go down, but we're halfway.
Now, he had been leading the whole race. His projected laps may have been a little bit lower than the rest of us.
Okay.
That would be why. Exactly. Yeah, exactly right. Because that projection is based on what you've been using throughout the race.
I don't know, man.
Let's get in his head after the race. Let's see what Johnny was
Yeah,
thinking.
absolutely. 5 fingers.
He may come back and surprise the hell out of all of us.
Well, that hands the lead to Dave Jandry in the 51.
There's
Second
no
place, Chris Beckman. Third place.
No chance. Yeah.
Third goes to Jam and Jay.
I know Slim Jim's car's not too affected by the accident. He's keeping right up.
Yeah, I was surprised how fast I was with the car. It looked just like his in the chicken run. I got into a similar accident as he did, in fact. Just innocent victim of a 3-wide deal.
The big hole through his spoiler must help him.
Yeah, the car kept up, and then until I got wrecked again.
Well, you know, lights are out, and now we got the 51 there. Dave Janry up in P1 here, right up in the mix this whole race.
Johnny Doucette, hey, Johnny, hey, okay.
As we go green.
Big development here. Johnny did not catch the end of the field, so he must have been pitting to try and fix a problem with his computer, his wheel, something in the house, something like that. He must have had to deal with something because he did not catch the tail of the field, even though he was at speed when the green flag dropped.
Well, he's definitely going to need a caution here. This is just, you know, just never know. That's racing, folks. It's worse than Vegas, you know.
Hey, Brian Level checking in the chat there. I saw you in TeamSpeak and in the practice results yesterday. I didn't see you on the track though, bud. Be good to have you back too. We've been wondering where some of the regulars have been. A little light on some of the nights. It'd be good to see you guys coming back, and that definitely includes you, Brian.
You know, FSB has a race every night, dang near, and but the thing is, people got life every night.
Exactly.
It's very tough, man.
And sometimes you just need a break.
Been doing this for 19 years. It's, you know, it ebbs and flows, but you get a 20-plus car field tonight when a lot of people could be fishing. You know, it's Memorial Day weekend, and
yeah, some people might have a getaway weekend planned.
You got business here.
Yeah, dog with the understatement of the night. 51 can be tough. Oh yeah, Dave Jandry is he's the real deal. He's one tough customer out there, and he's got that Jolt Cola Chrysler LeBaron on point right now. Fending off Chris Beckman and Jam and Jay, Bob Williams, rich Corinthian leather. It's awesome news, Brian. Looking forward to seeing you back soon.
Well,
meanwhile,
look,
man, Johnny Doucette,
you know,
poor Johnny
my
is...
guy right there, the 63. I don't know. He's sitting there with that Punisher-looking skull on his hood right there. He's smelling blood right now. He's about to blow some stuff up here.
This is what it looks like for Johnny Doucette, 8 seconds back of the lead. And you can see just that lonely, empty track in front of him. He desperately needs a caution flag right now.
We'll have to see if we can find out what happened. Definitely.
I'm rewatching his pit stop to see how long he was on pit road.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump down there for a minute and see if I can talk to him and see if I can get some answers here. I'll be back.
Okay. Meanwhile, as I rewatch his pit stop, it's been 20 seconds or so, 20, 30 seconds sitting still. And a long time on those pits. He had to be fixing something in the real world. Or with settings. Definitely had nothing to do with the car or the fuel or any of the normal racing stuff. There it was. Oh, it was almost a 40-second pit stop. Yeah, that's brutal. And that being the last lap before going green, he just didn't have the time to catch the end of the field.
Okay, just got out of the Synergy Motorsports
Trailer?
team there. None of them know what happened. They're still trying to get him. He hasn't made contact on the radio, so he's been silent. They don't know if there's some kind of issue, computer issue. He's still running, but they've been asking him the same questions we were asking him what happened. And,
okay,
they don't
I
know.
got it then. I've got it then. He had a headset issue.
Okay.
He had a headset issue. He had to change headsets. TeamSpeak doesn't like you when you do that. If you have to physically like plug and unplug a headset
exactly.
while it's running. So he didn't
have.
have the chance to restart TeamSpeak, but he's able to hear the game. So that's probably what's going on. He's still connected, but he can't hear or talk, but he can still hear the race.
Yeah,
bet you a shiny nickel that's what happened.
You know, I mean, that's, you know, guys. Yeah. That'll make you, grit your teeth. That's for sure. Here we go. We move on. Yeah.
Yeah. Tough break there. If he can catch a caution, though, he will be okay. But it's got to be heartbreak, though. He led every lap up to that point.
We got a battle here with the 115, the 59, the 007. Dude,
wiggle out of the 07.
007 got cheeky on their own. The 29 gets sideways too. They managed it. The mustard's off the hot dog right there. 007 out in the weeds now. He's in, Bogota, Colombia all of a sudden there. But he'll find a bar somewhere, eventually. And a gun,
Shaken, not stirred.
Shaken, not stirred. You expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to die. You will fail. I never fail. Dave Ellens getting it done here, battling. Slim Jim with a beat-up piece right there. Still battling with these guys. We haven't talked about Slim Jim since he got
Tom
that
Jackson in the
wreck. That
wall.
thing's looser than, a dog slipping on his own poop on a, tile floor. But
Oh, dear God. You were reaching for that one.
well, I had other words that were probably not PG, so we're trying to go with that. The great, Lamb, once told me once when I said a few F-bombs out there, he was like, dude, man, you're better than that. You could broadcast without doing that, and I heard it, because kids are watching, I didn't realize that many people were actually watching our broadcasts, so from that point on, I try to keep it, at least PG,
Oh, yeah, and some people watching back with their kids.
Well,
I
that's
watched
what friends are for,
I watched
Brian
a few of
Lamb,
them.
definitely gave me a good insight of what was up,
Yeah, back when you were doing them with Greg, I watched a couple of them back with the kids to show them how my race had gone the night before.
Well, back then, I never thought that many people were watching. I just thought it was a bunch of adults, so I didn't Sure, I mean, it actually was fun, throwing little F-bombs out there, but, not so much now. We're worldwide here, so,
Hey, it's still fun.
yeah, I'm a construction worker, so, we throw those F-bombs out
And
there.
I'm from New Jersey.
Hey, from New Jersey,
No. Nobody actually talks like that. That's Joe Piscopo, and
Absolutely,
that's movie stuff. Nobody actually talks like that
I
here.
should actually not disrespect you by talking like that, yeah. You've told me already, so. Well, here we go. The 29 car. Look at these guys. Nose to tail. Nobody going anywhere here. This is an extreme battle. The leader is not going anywhere. This is a huge gaggle here of what the heck are we going to do here? 30 to go. One more stop here, definitely.
Yeah, they said they were showing. What were they saying? They're showing 25 laps at the restart with what? 45 to go.
Dave Allen's a P8, P9 now. Last lap 39.3, best lap 38.7. So with this group, they're definitely losing a little time, but they're all together. So what do you do as a driver? You don't want to be that guy that gets out of this group. I don't think you got to go as long as everybody else goes.
I think since they can, since their pit window was longer than half of what is left in the race, and since tire wear is so little here, I think that the cars that pit first are going to benefit the most here.
2 races in a row, I've watched the 14 car of Nick Walters. And I'm starting to really be a fan of this guy. This guy is really, oh boy, he's up on the 115. But we're starting to see what this guy can do. He's definitely a pro. And, fighting for the top 10 here. He the real deal here. Let's see how he handles what it's like here at FSB. And so far, it's looking pretty good. Come on, Nick.
Hoffs Marguson, 99 car, blinking up high and dropping to the rear. Looks like he may be experiencing some connection issues.
Well, as a driver, when you've liked to run, Nick, this ain't his first rodeo. He's running in other leagues, and I don't know the total history, but, there's no way he ain't off the couch, And then, oh boy, this is getting really jiggy in front of him. So how do you blend in with a league of pros like this and horsemanship guidelines and, races every night? You got to show yourself. You got to prove yourself. It's kind of like, the job I got like 5 years ago where, I got to work for the best tile company in California, and I had to earn my spot. You got to do just that. You got to get along. You got to also have skills, and you also have to be able to adapt to situations and learn and don't think you know everything. Great move right there with Nick on the outside, but he's got Jeff Hale on the outside trying to work this inside. Can they get the momentum on the outside there? That's great racing by the 14 there, working it. But
He's going to get shuffled.
The car's kind of stalled out a little bit there, but still working. These guys are duking it out, man.
And we're going to be inside the window.
dadgummit. Come on, show me some in-car, bro.
We're in the window, and we got Pops first to pit road. 99
Okay, maybe not
on
now
pit
because we
road.
got stops here. 14 trying to figure out what he's gonna do. Oh boy, he's got the 23 looking at him.
Ryan
Pit
Johnson
stops
pitting.
here.
Hale pitting.
Very scary. All of these guys coming in. Wow, that is just awesome. Whoa, look at that. You don't know how hard that is. I can't believe they didn't just end up in a ball of fire right there. Wow. If you don't
There.
think these guys are good, man, you know, smoke another one, man, because it's unbelievable. 14 right into a stall.
41.
Great stop for the 14. Come on, come on.
41, 51.
Oh, he's got
Oh,
the
51's coming
87
hot.
coming around him. Still not bad there. That's a great sequence from Nick Walters right there. And all those drivers, that stuff was amazingly difficult. You have no idea.
Jammin' J inherits the lead.
Come on, dog.
Here we go. Jammin' J, Bob Williams, Greg Palmer, Rick Castle, Dave Allens. Haven't talked about the 115 all night, and Dan Jones. Oh, Dan! No, he gets the 57. Looks like he may recover though.
Around. Oh, and he gets into the 115 too. What's going on with the 007? Is he speeding
You
on
see
the
how,
road?
see how tight pit road. It may have been someone who got confused about the pit speed there. There's a 55
I
track.
just saw the end of that.
Bob Williams might be okay though. He got that going immediately. He might be able to hold on to this draft.
Come on, Bob. To put these wins together, to have a chance to get a podium in this league. Oh, that killed him though. He's gonna lose 7 or 8 spots right there. Oh my gosh.
Probably comes down to who he can pick up as they get going again here. And there we go, the 63 and the 22. Man, this is a mess as they all remerge.
Okay, I'm looking at this again. So, okay, so Bob has got the 22. Greg Palmer all over his butt, but Greg picks a different line here.
Dave Jandry holds serve through those pit stops.
But
Him and the 41
Dan
came
Jones
together.
trying to get down to it, locked him up, and veered to the right and got into the 57 there. Definitely what 007 did not want to do, but
Absolutely not.
you know, try this at home, kids. Yeah, not easy.
Haven't seen anybody come back in to serve any black flags yet, so may not have been any speeding there, but definitely a coagulation on pit road, as Milty might say. And again, the big
This
winners
stuff
here,
is so
Dave.
tight. I mean, it's like, you know, man.
Dave Jandry and Chris Beckman, big winners in that pit sequence. They came in on the second time by and smoked everybody. Came out ahead of everybody. They do have that. They do have that. They do have that 3-pack of Greg Palmer, Jammin' J Dilfer, and Jeff Hale. Pulling them back up to them though, reeling them back
You know,
in.
Jammin' J has been in those kind of incidents like you just saw.
Oh, everybody
Been
has.
there close, and you know, now he got a chance here. You know,
There's not a sim racer alive who hasn't been on both ends of that deal.
absolutely. It's not. It was easy. You know, You wouldn't do it, you know. Why would it be fun? You know? We are pretending to be real race car drivers. That's what we do in sim racing.
I think Sam had his forum signature at one point say, "Of course it's difficult. The difficult's what makes it good."
Absolutely. Wasn't hard. It would be boring. It would be just shooting people on a a sim and bam 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 bam. You know.
Well, that's not as
Yeah,
easy as it
you know,
sounds
I
either.
got shot. You got shot. I got shot again. Here, you got your own destiny. You know. This is racing. You know. To these guys in this cockpit, and they're racing right there. Dave Jandry right now, he's trying to win a race right here. And this stuff is intense. That feeling you have to have a chance, and you got all these badasses behind you.
Well, this second
And
pack
you're
here,
in P1 right now.
this second
That'll
pack,
get your sticker to pecker.
this second pack here, led by Dave Ellens in the 115, needs to get organized, get together, and catch back up to the leaders.
Another guy, you know, Chris Beckman, you know, I mean, he's searching for a win. Greg Palmer, I mean, these guys have executed to this point, and, you know, they want to win here, you know.
This second pack is just beating themselves right now, 2 by 2 by 2, behind Dave Ellens, not gaining
That's
any
what
ground.
happens, you know. It's just, you know, I mean, that's the end of the race.
Time is ticking, and the longer they keep this
Yeah,
up,
tick,
the
tick,
longer
tick,
those
tick,
leaders
tick,
are going to get
tick.
away. All right, well, I'm going to
Wow.
grab a refill. Oh, 3 wide down the front stretch. Ryan Johnson clears Rick Castle. A little nudge there. It looks like nobody wants to follow Slim, even though his car
There's
is
definitely
pretty
some guys
fast.
that wants to see a caution here, and the 51 does not. But the 41 is working him.
All right, well, I'm going to step aside and get a refill and be back for the finish.
Hey, Milty, 13 car here.
Dude, man, what happened?
Maybe not.
Yeah, my computer went to desktop. Thankfully, I hope it didn't ruin anybody's race. And then my keyboard gave me no functions whatsoever, so I couldn't reply, tell anybody anything. So I shut the computer down, restart it, just so I could let you guys know what happened, so you can send it out.
Oh, tough break there, man.
You know, I mean, what could have been? You know, the only thing I can say is that, you know, you got to put it in the bank. Is you were a winning car, you know, and it's got to, you know, kill you, but at the same time, you have to take that and put it in the bank, you know.
Yeah, that's great advice, Milt. I'll definitely do that. Yeah, I was running well, and I had a good friend, Dave Jantry, behind me who was just running with me, waiting for my tires to wear out in the last 5 or 10 laps of a fuel run, and then he'd creep up on me. So the second run after the caution, I took a lot less low turns in the corners to conserve those tires so I could keep up with Dave in the late laps.
It was perfect. I mean, that was, you know, I mean, that's what the shot you were looking for, and you've done this in other leagues, and you know, this ain't your first rodeo, and you know, it's got to be heartbreaking.
No, not really. It's like you said, you put it in the bank, you put it in your pocket. You know you can be there on some tracks, some nights, and that's got a lot to do with Milty. A lot of learning I did off of you and Sean Reap both, and Dave Gentry, I might add. So, yeah, no, it's
Exactly.
it's a good sign.
Yeah. When they knew you were there,
Well,
and
you know,
and
your
then
teammate is definitely, you know, getting it done here. Let's see if we can finish the deal.
Yeah, for sure, guys. Take care. I'll leave you to continue with your great broadcast, and we'll talk at you later.
all right, thanks, Johnny.
brother.
I'm rooting for Dave Gentry. I don't know where he's at
Five
right now. But
fingers,
He's on the
baby.
point. He's on the point, man.
good
Death
stuff.
punch.
Good stuff.
You're gonna get one, man.
Ooh, Jam and Jay
Yeah.
sliding up the track, door to door with Jeff Hale. They hold it through 1 and 2, though. It's getting dicey here as we approach 10 to go. Desperation starts to set in. That second pack has given up any hope of catching the leaders. Now it's every man for himself. So much for grabbing that refill. We got to finish here, guys. Jam and Jay and Jeff Hale still trying to make something work here. Don't think we have any teammate alliances here. Dave Jandry is independent. Dulfer's teammates are out of this picture. Chris Beckman's teammates haven't showed up. Greg Palmer's teammate was Jim Christopherson. He blew up early in the race. And Jeff Hale, the Highline guys, they're behind him battling with Ryan Johnson or damaged like Slim Jim. Not sure what happened to Duraket. Duraket Descenza retired 27 laps down now. I don't know what happened with him. I did not see his exit. But all 5 of these guys have no alliances, no teammates in this group. So, man, it's time for Let's Make a Deal. Don't know if I want to be in Dave Jandry's seat or any of these other 4 guys right now. Every time someone makes a move high, everyone dives under them. It's going to take a concerted effort. Ryan Johnson, Slim Jim Gately, they've both fallen back to the last cars almost on the lead lap here.
So you got this guy, this veteran. What is he going to do here? He's going to defend.
Yeah, I was saying, Milty, while you stepped away, there's no alliances up here. Nobody's a teammate of anyone else in this front pack.
Well, this whole group here is looking for a win. I mean,
Yeah.
or a podium. Why would you care? Yeah, here comes the 22 down low. You got to go for it. Can't make it done.
Nope, he couldn't quite get the nose in there.
Long time to go here. Got it.
Oh, wow. The 63 and 29 are perilously close once again.
Well, Dave Jandry, the veteran, he wants to see action behind him. These guys are nose to tail, though. They're not, they're not rookies here. 22, Palmer really wants to get by the 41 here. My advice would be to try to work the 51, and then you both get by. You have to temper yourself and your tire wear right now and work him. You know he's going to defend low. That's what I would do.
A dog saying the 59 must have lost some horsepower. Looks like it because he has fallen way off the pace here. He's lost that pack he was battling with. Ryan Johnson has. I wonder if he took 2 tires. Trying to take less fuel and 2 tires, and it just hasn't worked out.
41, Chris Beckman's getting close. Can he put a little bumper on him? Get him a little bit loose here. Put the pressure on him. The veteran is doing exactly what he needs to do, and that's defend low and then getting a pretty good entry into the corners. The guys behind here need to be patient. Let the 41 make a move here. Either try to put a bumper on him or do an outside in or an outside out.
Checked Ryan's pit stop, and no, Ryan didn't take 2 tires. He
No,
just
he's going to defend low there. They can't really get a run. The draft is not giving him that.
Yeah, you're right there, Milty. And Dave Janter, he's pretty unshakable.
He's not going to. He knows what he needs to do. I've been there, done that. You got to defend low. Make them beat you high. And then make the guys behind you get confused and try to fight for position. That makes it just better. Right now, here comes the 29. They got to all bail on him right now. If they're gonna do it, they're gonna all do it. But I still don't think the grip on the outside is enough to beat the 51. Got 2 outside coming down to 1 to go.
white flag in the air. Nobody's been able to make a move on anybody. Okay, Jam and J to the high side. Greg Palmer, Chris Beckman, everybody's peeking.
See what happens. Here comes Palmer. He's going for it.
But if he can just get some commitment from those 2 guys behind him, they can do something.
Commitment here. 51 trying to figure out what he's going to do. 41 trying to put a bumper on him. He doesn't want to hit him. He just wants to get him a little bit loose. Can't do it. Coming around turn 3. Dave Chandry, the veteran. Dave Chandry for the win.
Chandry,
Coming down to the
Beckman,
line, they spread out.
Jam and J.
It's going to be Dave Chandry. Look, this guy has been always a gentleman driver and a pro. And to see him get a win on Friday night, that's awesome. Because he's not that guy that's going to wreck you to win. And you can see the respect by these guys. They didn't want to lay a bumper on them. They really couldn't get close enough to. And they weren't going to do it, which is good FSB racing right there. It was his race to lose, and he ain't going to lose it. Smoke him up, man. Smoke him if you got him. Let's go. Let's go. Woo! Yeah, boy. Wow. You know how excited he's got to be right now. This guy's always a top 5 guy, you know. And the top 3 guys sometimes. But to get the big dub on a Friday night, that's like P-dub in my construction world. That's money. How about that?
All right there, Mel Allen. How about that indeed? Dave Jandry.
How about those Cubbies?
Just, yeah. He inherited the lead when...
By Budweiser, the king of beers.
Inherited lead when Johnny Doucette had his issue and then just never gave it back up. Those guys fighting behind him, they couldn't get anything going, anything working together. And they just didn't have anything for the 51.
Well, it was that last pit stop, dude, man. Nailed it. Nailed it.
Oh yeah, everybody nailed those pit stops in the top
But
5
he
there.
nailed it better.
That's the thing, hold and serve there. Him and Beckman had the best pit stop there. They came out
Going
together
through
ahead
all
of
the
everybody.
place here. Look, give the 51 a chance to get up there. You don't think he can win? Well, you saw it tonight. Dude, badass, you know?
There he is. Points coming in tonight had Slim Jim in the lead. Waiting to see if they get updated here. Ryan's usually really fast with that.
My dog, 63, great run. The Punisher, Beckman, so that's our three there. January, Beckman, and Dolfer. I knew he would have a good race. Just didn't quite pull it off, but that's a badass race against these studs. Palmer put on a great show there. He tried to show late and he lost. He could have been P3, but he took a chance and went up high and tried to get some help, but there really was no grip up there. So
Well, you just needed the commitment from the two up high, and it wasn't
but
materializing.
Still a great show from the 22 there.
Yeah, strong run there for the butt pace
Jeff
mobile.
Hale, heck, man, yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah, Jeff couldn't, for once, and Jeff couldn't get everybody to go with him there, and he couldn't get anything going either.
Yeah. Well, when
Looks like we've got
a respected guy like Dave Jandry having the chance to win. Nobody's gonna, I was talking about like put a bumper on him and this stuff, like it was real.
Yeah, it doesn't work here.
But the reality is nobody's gonna do that to a guy like Dave, because he would never do that to you, So for him to get a win is, they were going to try to beat him clean. They couldn't do it.
All right, we just need Dave Jandry here for our podium. If you go grab him, Milty. Meanwhile, we've got Jam and Jay finishing P3 here, and our in-race reporter, Chris Beckman, your second place finisher. We'll start with our podium here. Still waiting for the points update. But Jam and Jay, great run there. Milty had you picked, and it did not jinx you. Looks like you executed all night, and man, tell us about your run and what more did you need there? It looks like you just couldn't get anything organized.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. It was a great race, and just kept it clean. And staying on that low line, that was a key. And hey, I was happy where I was. It's passing is really difficult. You go to make a move and you just get hung out to dry. So I did my best, stayed on the inside. Well, I'm here. I just got to give a shout out to my teammates, help me out tonight, Synergy Motorsports, and also my girlfriend, Christy, my most beautiful fan there is, and and all the other fans from work that come in and cheer me on. Thank you, appreciate it. All the other drivers that come here, I have a great time running with you guys, and you guys up in the booth, man, you do a great job. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, thank you, Jay, and great run.
I smelled success for you, dude. I just knew it, and just a little bit short, but this was a great pro race, and you're really getting into your zone here as far as executing pit stops, and you got to feel your whole package of your racing right now is at the top of your game right now.
Well, thanks a lot. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I'm having a great start of the season. I think during the off season, I found a little something, and so I'm just putting it to use, and it's really working for me. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Well, that 63 was already strong, and if you found something in the off season, these guys better watch out for the remaining 8 weeks here.
It's the little things. I mean, when you're all fast and everybody is badass, you got to figure out the little things, and those are those green flag pit stops and executing your entry exit. This sim is old as heck, 19 years, but 20 years, whatever. We've been doing this, but that means you got to pit. That means you got to execute every single time, every single opportunity. And that's what makes the difference between, winning and losing. And Jason had definitely stepped it up. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Hey,
Chris
I just want to congratulate Dave on the win, and Chris, nice finish. Great racing with you guys.
Thanks, Jay.
Right, thanks, Jay.
Good run,
and,
Jay.
Yeah, also Chris executing those pit stops as well, man, all night long. Good strategy. Pretty much, finished more or less right where you started. So uneventful looking race on paper, but how was it from your seat?
It was kind of one of those races, Sean. Like you said, I ran the tail end of the top 5 pretty much all night and had good stops. I think had I got out in front of Dave there on that last stop, I might have been able to get him, but he had great pit stop, came out, and I thought, well, we've been working good tonight. Johnny was up there with us. We had a good partnership going. And
Yeah, it sucks for the 13. That was, his best race he's had in a long time. But, I talked a lot of trash in the broadcast about, put a bumper on the 51. But I knew you weren't going to do that.
No.
Because, so much respect for who Dave Gendry is and how he races. It's pretty obvious, you weren't gonna do that. This ain't real. So I mean, it's not like you're gonna wreck a guy to win, but tried to make it a little exciting. But the reality was, you guys tried to work the outside a little bit, but wasn't gonna happen. But great job.
Yeah, well, and like you said, had the roles been reversed, I know David raced me clean. So it was a good job for us. It's a good track for us. We're still just running part-time right now. So it's a good podium finish for us. Good for the 41 car. Want to thank Highline Racing. Sean, nice to see you back. And great job, Dave.
How's Rick Johnson doing? You talk
Chris.
to him lately, or?
I have not. I saw him poking in online the other day. We're hoping he's feeling good. We'll see if he makes it back next week.
Well, I saw his band post a couple gigs not too long ago, so I figured he was just
that's
busy playing
great
music
stuff.
again.
Dude plays
Yeah.
the drums.
I think he's just been
Yeah,
busy,
good.
so I'm sure he'll be back.
All right, we still don't have a points update here, but meantime,
So we got Dave Gendry.
Dave Gendry,
Dude,
yep.
Man, I mean, he's been around long enough to, race against me,
Yeah,
And that was a
Yep.
long time ago.
it was a long time ago. That was fun though.
And you know what? What a dude, man! You always class act. Always run. You're always like a top 5, top 10 car, no matter where. And tonight, you were better than that, and you executed. And the 13 car probably had he had the pace. Just didn't work out for him. But what's it like to finally get some luck on your side and show? Because I know and we know what a great driver you are, and get that win, man. I mean,
Oh, it's
that'd be
good to win.
Crazy.
It's always good to win, but I guess my main goal is just to race hard, to race clean, not cause any wrecks. And, it's good enough for me. The win is obviously great, but I really enjoy the hard racing, the clean racing aspect of it. That's what's really fun. I knew Chris was behind me. I've raced with him. I know, he's not going to do something really crazy or stupid. It's like he'll race clean, he'll race hard. It's easier driving up front when you have somebody like that back. That last pit stop, he could have got me coming out. We were kind of side by side. I moved over because I thought Johnny was going to take off, and he didn't coming out of the pits, and I've had to crowd him a little bit. But that's just the kind of driver Chris is. He didn't push it there. If he pushes it, I probably give up, and I give him the lead. And that's all. That's what it came down to, really, is who had that lead coming out of the pit, and he gave me the leeway on that. So, it's just there's a lot of asks to it.
Exactly. That's professional respect right there. It was your night, and you earned it. But you earned it not just from that, but from all the years raced clean and professional in this league. And then you get the trophy tonight, bro.
Well,
All right.
and the whole race too. Like I said, I did have a lot of help from Chris because he was pretty much there, and we happened to be in the racing channel, so we were communicating. He was letting me know what was going on. The last pit, when they caught up to us, he's communicating what he's seeing and when we should drop down low and protect the inside line. So, like I said, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it that maybe somebody doesn't see or hear. So it wasn't just me winning the race. This time it just worked out for me.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There I was
We
saying
tried
that
to
no-
bring that out as we brought. podcast. Definitely, and good to hear that from you. You know, you're
Yeah,
always
is it-
humble, but you know, just take a minute here and drink some champagne, or if you
Yes,
don't
sir, I
drink, you
am.
know,
I'm enjoying
drink
the
some
moment.
something. You know, some orange juice or something.
Well, the points
'Cause
are
he
finally
just won
updated
the
here.
Texas World Speedway race, FSB on Friday night. So
I think that calls for
celebrate, bro.
that calls for a Shinerbach and some brisket. I think
Yeah,
if
whatever.
you're going to be in
you know,
Texas.
fits your fancy, man. But just
Well, as I was trying to say there,
so happy. It's great,
Points.
great stuff, man.
points are updated. Slim Jim holds on to the point lead despite the rough night tonight. The heavily damaged 23 car out there.
Yeah, just
Jam and Jay
man,
pulls
you
up to
know,
within 4 points in second place there.
Wow.
Rick Castle jumps 4 spots, 27 back. So we're getting a little bit of separation here.
Castle, good
The
strong
front two.
run from the 124 tonight. So
Yeah, the wind
I like
bumps
his
Dave
chances,
Jandry up
you
6
know.
spots, up to 11th there. But yeah, I mean, Ryan Johnson also struggling, but still picking up spots there. He jumps up 2 spots to a tie with Dan Jones for 4th.
Well, you know, where did he come from? He really
Yeah.
has run, you know, not very well, but somehow he runs enough to, you know, let's see where did he comes from here, you know.
And he's got 8
But
more weeks
Dulfer,
to.
I like his chances here, you know. Dulfer's got a chance to work the 23 here. You know, Will Slim Jim Gately, you know, Slim Jim, like all of us, he always works, you know, family first and racing second. He finally got a championship a couple of years ago because he actually ran enough races. We know how great he is, but you know, will he be able to run those races? Will there be
He's planning on
opportunity
it.
for Dulfer and Castle and Ron Johnson to maybe have and beyond? Points are really close here.
Yeah, we got 8 more weeks to go. We've really only just begun. This is the first third of the season done here.
19
checking the
years
schedule.
here at FSB, and this has been my whole life, you know. And God bless you guys, man.
We head into the short track season. The month of June is short track season here in the Winston Cup Series. We got North Wilkesboro next week, Martinsville, Richmond, and
Do we have
Bristol
some
all in a
fist
row.
fights? No, probably
Yes.
not.
I don't know. That's what Ryan's going for, and so that should be fun to cover. We'll pick up again next week in June
It's not
as the
real,
month rolls
you know,
over in North Wilkesboro.
in case you were wondering that. But it's pretty close to real.
So trying to wrap this up here. Thanks again to our podium finishers, Jason Dulfer, Chris Beckman, and your race winner, Dave Jandry. Thanks as always, Ryan Johnson, series admin, getting the points updated, keeping the series running. Bill Farmer, Farm Brothers Contracting, putting up the hardware we all are racing for. And Sam Young, keeping the league going, keeping the sim going. And of course, my partner, Milton Minter Jr., joining us in Sound and Vision and Budweiser for the evening. And until next week from North Wilkesboro as we continue season 43. And wishing you all a safe Memorial Day weekend. And we'll see you next week. I've been your host, John Reap, saying good night.
Yeah, have a